The agenda for today is I'm going to go over what is Google Photos, where to get Google Photos, backing up photos from your device, storage limits of Google Photos, the new locked folder option, how to navigate the Google Photos web portal, how to upload photos, how to create an album in Google Photos, and how to share your album with others. So Google Photos, what is Google Photos? Google Photos is kind of like a photo/video sharing and storage service. It is cloud-based, so all your photos and videos are stored on a Google Drive account, and it can be accessed through a computer or an app on your smartphone. And since this is cloud-based, you will have to have a Google account. So where to get Google Photos? Normally, if you have an Android device, it would normally be installed on there already, but if not, you would go to the Google Play Store. If you have an iPhone or iPad, you have to go to the Apple App Store, and you will have to look for Google Photos there. And if you want to access Google Photos on the web portal, then you will have to go to this address right here on the screen. And it says google.com/photos. There are many ways of getting to Google Photos on the web portal, and this is just one of them. So it really depends on what you're comfortable with. If you are already logged into your Google account, then there are other ways of getting to Google Photos. So backing up your photos from your device. So like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to use screenshots from an Android device. So don't worry if this looks a little bit different from your device, but the same concepts are there. So once you have Google Photos installed onto your device and you open up Google Photos, it's going to ask you if you have an account or not. If you already have an account and you're signed in, then that's great. You should see this screen on the left-hand side of your screen right here. If you are not logged in, it is going to ask you to log in. So you have to enter in your login email and your password. If you do not have an account, you will have the option of signing up for a free account from Google. And once you do that, you should see something similar to the left-hand side of your screen right here. So this is the main page that you will see once you click on the icon on your device and you go into Google Photos. And you should see the words Google Photos near the top of your screen right here. And on the right-hand side of that, you should see like the first initial of your name. So this is an indication that you are signed in and your account is good. And once you're in here, you should see all these options right here on the bottom. So on the bottom from the left, you should see the option that says Photos. And if you go to the right, you should see Search. And if you keep on going, you should see Sharing. And the last option on the right-hand side would be Library. And for backing up your photos or videos from your device, you will have to go to the top right-hand corner of your screen and you locate the first initial of your name and you will click on that. Once you click on that, you should see the next screenshot right here, which is kind of like a pop-up, and you have more options on there as well too. The first thing on your screen would be your name and your email address. So this is an indication that you are signed in and this is your account. This is important to pay attention to because you might have multiple accounts. So you might be storing things on multiple accounts. So you might have one thing on one thing on another. So you might not find one on one because it might be on other account. So that's why you see right here what account you're in, and that then you would know that, oh, this is the wrong account or this is the right account. And once you're here, and if you go down the screen, you see more options. So you see something that says Google account. I'm pointing to it with my pointer right here. This usually goes to your settings in your account, your name, your email, your password. The next thing you see would be account storage. So if you have an older device, this might be lower on the screen. If you have a newer device, it might be higher. But this is an indication on how much space you have on your account. And I will go over that later today as well too. And the next thing you should see is something that says a backup complete, or you should see a number that says how many things that you need to back up. And it will let you know right here. And the next thing you should see is something that says should be like a number and number of items to be deleted from this device. So what this means is that your photos or videos are already backed up to your Google account, your Google Photos account, and it is safe to remove from your device. So you could save space on your device, but they will be still saved on your Google Photos account. And this is the option you would select. So if you already have your photos or videos backed up to your account, you should not delete those from your device directly. You should delete them from the Google Photos app. The reason is because if you delete your photos or videos directly from your device, then it will be automatically deleted from your Google Photos account too. If you select this option on your screen right here, I'm pointing to it with my mouse, then it knows that you're only deleting from your device, but not your backup, which is in Google Photos. This is very important to remember. And the last thing on the screen would be the photo settings. And this is where you will click on to kind of enable or disable the automatic backup option from Google Photos. So once you click on that, you should see something similar to this on the left-hand side of your screen on the screenshot. So some of the options might be there, some of the options might not be there. So I took this screenshot from an Android device, and I have looked at other devices as well too. And the ordering of the option might look a little bit different, but everything should be here. The first thing and the most important thing you should be paying attention to on the screen is the first option right here, back up and sync. So right now it says back up and sync. I'm pointing to it with my pointer, and it says backing up to, and there's an email address right here. So once you click on this right here, you should get to the next screen, which is the right-hand side of your screen right now. And you should see all these options right here. It says backup and sync, and it says upload, search, organize, edit, and share your photos from any device. It says backup and sync, and to the right of that, you see like a toggle switch. And if you see that it's toggled to the right, it means that it is on. If it is toggled to the left, it means it's off. So you have the option of kind of turning it on or turning it off if you want your items to be backed up or not. If you turn it on, it will automatically back up all your photos or videos to your Google Photos account. And it will let you know what account it is right here underneath on the bottom. Backup account, and it should give you your email address and how much space you have left as well too. And if you run out of space, you have the option of kind of buying storage from Google Photos, and I will briefly go over that later today as well. So earlier I mentioned about storage limits. So how much can you store in Google Photos? So for your Google Photos account, you get 15 gigabytes of storage. This storage is shared throughout various Google platforms. So if you have a Gmail account and you have email messages in your Gmail account, then those take up space on your account. They count towards your 15 gigabytes. If you use other things provided by Google as well too, those take up space as well too. And if you're worried about that, you have the option of choosing how to kind of back up your photos. You have the option of original quality, and you have the option of storage saver. So original quality means that it will back up your photos to your Google Photos account in its original quality. It's not going to reduce the quality of it. If you take a really high quality photo with your phone, it's going to be backed up the same way. And this usually takes up space more. But if you go the storage saver option, then it will back up your photos, but it will kind of reduce your quality a little bit just to save space. So if you have used Google Photos in the past, you might already have photos on your Google Photos account. And Google Photos did make a kind of a recent change. So in June of 2021, they changed it a little bit. So if you stored anything before June 1 of 2021 and you chose kind of like the reduced quality option, those photos will not count towards your 15 gigabytes. But if you add anything after June 1st of 2021, then everything will count towards your 15 gigabyte limit in your Google Photos account. So if you have anything before, don't worry about that, because all of those photos that are backed up before that date are not counting towards your 15 gigabytes. So next, I'm going to go over the locked folder option. So this option became available fairly recently. So it might not be available on most devices, and I believe that at the time of this class, it is still not available on like iPhones or iPads yet. And it's available on only certain Android devices. It is available if you have an Android device and you have Android 6 or later, and it uses the screen lock option on your device to secure your photos. So if you do not have a screen lock on your phone or tablet, then you might not be able to use this option. And they would ask you, you must set up a screen lock. So a screen lock is where you might have to swipe like a pattern, or if you would have to set up like a number. So you might have like 4 digits to enter before it unlocks. And it kind of uses this concept to secure your photos as well too. So items in the folder are saved to the device only. So you can move your photos to this folder and it'll be saved only on your device. So it is not backed up to the cloud. Photos are lost if the phone is unusable. and photos need to be saved before uninstalling the app or switching phones. So it's not like the original concept of Google Photos where you have your photos, then it backs up to the cloud. Then if you lose your phone or tablet, you can always log in to get your photos. No, so locked folder option is all your photos in this folder are only saved to your device. Anything happens to your device, it is gone. So that is one thing to consider as well too. So photos originally backed up will be deleted once it is in the locked folder. And items in the locked folder cannot be added to albums, and you cannot search for these items as well too. And it will not show up on the list of all your photos. So the locked folder. So how do you get to the locked folder? So you open the Google Photos app. So I have a screenshot on the left right here. It should look something similar to this. And once you get to here, you will locate the library option, which is usually near the bottom right of your screen. And once you go to library, you will go to the option that says utilities. And once you go to utilities, you look for the locked folder option. And if it is brand new, you will see the option that says set up locked folder. And once you click on that, you should get more options or more instructions on what to do next. And you would follow those instructions on the screen. And once you finish those instructions, it might say that, oh, your folder is empty or nothing's here. That means that it is brand new. You have not moved anything to this folder yet. So getting photos to your locked folder. So you have to open the Google Photos app first, and you will locate the photo or video that you want to move, and you will have to select that photo or video that you want to move to the locked folder. And once you select that, you should see 3 dots on the top right-hand corner of your screen, and you will click on that, and you tap on the More option. And then once you do that, you should select Move to Locked Folder, and you will tap Move, and this will move your photo or video to your locked folder. Okay, so that was kind of like a brief overview of Google Photos on your device. So now I'm going to go to the Google web portal. And like I mentioned earlier, you could go to photos.google.com or google.com/photos. It really depends on your preference, but there are other options as well too. I went to my web browser and I went to the address bar and typed in google.com/photos. So on your screen right now, you should be seeing kind of like the main page of Google Photos before you log in. So you could go to the top right-hand corner of your screen. You could click on Go to Photos. And it's going to ask you to log into your account. So I'm going to log into my account right now. Okay, so once you log into your account, you should see something similar to this. If you have never used Google Photos before, you should not see any photos in the middle of your screen. But if you have used Google Photos before, or if you have backed up your photos to Google Photos, then you should see some kind of photos in the middle of your screen. And I'm going to go over how to navigate this portal as well too. So I'm going to start from the left-hand side of the screen. So my mouse right here, it is pointing to Google Photos and Photos. So this is how you will go back to the main page of your Google Photos. So I'm going to click on it right now. And it's just going to bring me back to here. And if you click on this icon right here on the left-hand side, it says Photos, and there is an icon of like a photo. It's basically going to bring you back to here. The next option right here on the left-hand side will be Explore. It is indicated by kind of like a magnifying glass. So you will click on it, and you should see what Explore is. So what Explore is basically it kind of, let's see, if you already have photos in your Google Photos account, the Explore option would be, it kind of looks through your photos, it kind of categorizes all your photos. So it sees like what's kind of like the prominent landmark in your photo, and it will give you categories. So I already uploaded some test photos to my Google Photos account for today's class. And these are the things that Google Photos sees in those photos. So it kind of already categorizes the photos. So I have waterfalls, I have skylines, I have monuments, I have food, and I have sky. So if I click on any of these, let's see, I'm going to click on the food option right here. So I uploaded a lot of photos of kind of different things, and Google Photos saw that these photos are considered food, and that's what it kind of placed that in this category, and this is how I would find the photos here. So I have many photos of cakes and burgers and pizzas and cupcakes. So I'm going to go back. And for you to go back, you would go to the top left-hand corner of your screen and you look for the arrow pointing left. And it's going to bring me back. And you can see there's more options as well too. I could click on the bridge option right here on the right-hand side. And it is going to show me all the options that have bridges in them. So let me see if I have a category that kind of didn't work out. So let's see. So I think Google Photos did a pretty good job in categorizing all my photos. So it's mainly all accurate. So keep in mind that this is not instant. So if you upload all your photos, let's say at 1 o'clock, and you expect to find all these categories within like 5 minutes, it's not going to happen. It might take some time. So the times may vary. So I don't have a good time frame, but it will kind of categorize it for you. And if you want to search more things from your photos, you would scroll. Let's see, I'm going to go back to Explore, the main page. And on the bottom, you should see all these options right here. So I'm not going to go over these, but when you have time, you can look through these yourself as well, and you can kind of explore. So I'm going to go back to the left-hand side of the screen. I'm going to go to the third option on the left, which is sharing. So I'm going to click on that. And sharing is indicated by kind of like an icon that looks like two people on the left-hand side. So what sharing means is that if you have photos in Google Photos and you want to share it with someone, those sharing photos or albums will be listed here. So you know which albums are shared, which photos are not shared. And I've shared only these 3 albums right here. So it'll be indicated right here. So if you want to delete the album or you don't want to share it anymore, then you will go to the album right here, and to the right-hand side of your screen, you should see 3 dots, and you could hover over the album first before these 3 dots would appear. And you will click on it, and you can click Delete Album. The fourth option on the left-hand side would be Print Store, and it's indicated by like a kind of like a shopping bag. So once you click on it, it will bring you to here. So what this is Google Photos has their own service where once you upload your photos to Google Photos, you have the option of using their print store and ordering like products. So you could order, let's see, photo books, photo prints, premium photo print features, or you could order canvas prints as well too. So this is an option if you would like, but if you prefer not to use it, it's fine, it's there if you need to, but if not, you could ignore it. And I'm going to go over to the next option on the left-hand side. So we kind of finished the first 4 options on the left. Right here, I'm pointing to it with my mouse, and we're going to go to the library option. So in Google Photos, you might have like 1,000 photos or like 100 photos, and sometimes it might be difficult for you to find. So you have the favorites option right here on the left-hand side. It's indicated by kind of like a square. So you have the option of favoriting your like photos. So you have to look through all of them. And I've only favorited 2 of these photos right here. I'm going to go back. I'm going to show you how to favorite your photo. So I'm going to click on the first icon right here on the left-hand side. It says photos. It's going to bring me back to the main screen. And these are all my photos. So I might not want to look through all these photos. I might want to just find one photo right here. So let's say I like this cake right here. I'm going to click on it. And once I click on it, it's going to open. And once it opens, there's going to be more options on the right-hand corner. I'm going to go over these options later, but the option right now would be the star. And the star is the favorite option. So I'm going to use my mouse and click on it. And it's going to favorite this photo. So now, since it's been favorited, I'm going to go back. I'm going to go left-hand side of the screen, look for the arrow. I'm going to go back, and I'm going to go to the favorites option on the left-hand side. And right now, I'm on my favorites screen, and I noticed that there was 2 photos before, but now there's 3 photos. So it added my favorite cake photo to this as well, and it is right here. So this is very helpful if you have a lot of photos and you do not want to look through all your photos to find your one favorite photo. So that's how you would favorite your photo. And while we're on the screen, I would like to point out that all your photos kind of live on the main screen of your Google Photos page, and it's kind of organized in like a chronological order. So you would look on the right-hand side of your screen and you use your mouse, kind of highlight through like the scroll bar. Usually it's going to start with the most recent photo, and your older photos will be on the bottom of your page. So right now I'm in November 2021, But if I scroll down, it's going to go to like, let's see, January 2021 or sometime in 2004. So the older photos would be on the bottom, the newer photos would be near the top. So next I'm going to go over albums. So you could kind of create separate albums for all your photos. So now all your photos are living here on the main screen, but sometimes it might be not like a good visual option for use because there could be like a lot. So you could create separate albums so you could sort through photos like that. So for you to do that, you click on the albums option on the left-hand side of your screen. I'm going to click on it right now. The icon kind of looks like a paper with like a bookmark. And once you click on it, it will show you the albums page. And I've created some sample albums here as well too. But if you have not created any albums, this page would be blank. So I have all these albums right here that I've created in the past. And if I click on it, I'll go into the album. And for this album, I have 2 photos. And I'm going to go to the second album right here. And it's going to have more than 2. So all of these are right here. I'm going to go back. And I'm going to show you how to create an album with your existing photos in Google Photos. So to create an album, you will go to the top right-hand corner of your page, kind of right here. It says Create Album. You will click on it, and it's going to bring you to this page right here. It's going to ask you what the title is. I'm going to say Sample Album. You can name it anything you want. And once I do that, I will scroll down on the page. It's going to say Add Photos. So where do you want to add photos from? So if you have already uploaded your photos to your Google Photos account, which normally it would do automatically if you have like a phone or tablet and you select automatic backup, then you would go to select photos from here on the bottom. And it's going to bring you to your kind of like your main page before of all your photos. And you will kind of go through your photos and you select what photos do you want to add to your album. So I'm just going to add 1, 2, 3. So in order for you to select your photos, you would use your mouse, you hover over it, and you will click anywhere within the photo. And once you click on it, there's going to be a check mark on the left-hand top of your photo. This is going to be an indication that the photo has been selected. So I've selected 3 photos right here. I'm going to select 1 more here. So I've selected 4 photos. So once I do that, I will click Done, and it is going to add these photos to my album. But let's say you have photos that are not in Google Photos yet, and you want to select it from your computer. Or if you save your photos on, let's say, a flash drive, then you will go to the top right-hand corner of your screen, choose the option Select from Computer. So I'm going to click on it right here. And it's going to ask me, where are the photos? And you will kind of search through your computer, see where it is. So I have downloaded like 1 photo earlier. So I'm going to say, this is the photo. I'm going to select Open. On the left-hand side, on the bottom of your screen, you should see something that says 1 item uploaded. So I've selected 1 photo from my computer, and this is the photo. And it is going to be uploaded to Google Photos, and it's going to be put in this album. So I'm going to go back. So that new album I have created is right here on the left-hand side of your screen. So I'm going to click on it again. And since there's already 1 photo in the album, I might want to add more. I'll go to the top right-hand corner of the screen. I will look for this icon right here that looks like kind of like a photo with like a plus sign. And if you don't know what the options are, you use your mouse and you can hover over each of the icons and it will let you know what the function is of that icon. So I'm going to click on it, Add Photo. And I'm going to select more photos right here. And once I'm done, I'll click Done on the top right-hand corner of the page. And now it added 3 items to the album. And this is my album right here. And I'm going to go back. So here's the album. So let's say you are happy with this album and you want to share it with someone. So you have a couple of ways of sharing, but the easiest way would be to locate the albums option on the left-hand side, and it'll bring you to this page right here. And you will locate the album that you want to share. And once you do, you hover over like the icon of the album, and you should see 3 dots on the top right-hand corner of the photo of the album. And you will click on it, and it'll give you more options. And this is where you have the options of rename album, share album, or delete album. So I'm going to click on the share album option. And once I do that, it's going to bring me to this page right here. And it's going to say, who do I want to share this album with? And you would locate the to section near the top of the screen, and you would just type in like a name if you already have their email saved to your account. If not, you could type in someone's address. And once you do that, you should be able to invite them. But notice that it says no Google account found. So if you're sharing or inviting people to this album, they would have to have a Google account. So I'm going to click X. And that's kind of how you would share your album with someone that has like a Google account. Okay, so next I'm going to go over the utilities option on the left-hand side of the screen. It is going to be the next option. So the utilities option is kind of indicated by like an icon with like 3 boxes with like a check mark. So this is where you would go to kind of create kind of like movie or animation or collage options for your photos. So I'm going to create a quick project right here. So on the middle of your screen right here, you see the option that says create new, and you should see the option that says movie, animation, or collage. So I'm going to click on the collage option right here, and it's going to ask me what items do I want to put in my collage. And notice that on the top left-hand side of your screen right here, it says create collage, select 2 to 9 items. So you have the option of adding up to 9 photos in your collage. So I'll select 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And once I do that, I'm going to click the create option near the top right-hand corner of the page. And say create. It's going to create my collage. Okay, so here is my collage. So you can see that it kind of placed all the photos in like an order, and it's going to be saved to your Google Photos account. And you can share this, you can print this, it's up to you. So I'm going to hit the back button right here on the top left-hand corner. And that's kind of like one options of like utilities. So next I'm going to go over archive, which is on the left-hand side of the screen right now. It's indicated by like a box with like an arrow pointing down. So what archive means is that sometimes you might have a lot of photos in Google Photos, and you might not want it to show on your main screen. So you have the option of archiving it. So what it means is that it's moving it to this kind of like a separate folder, so it will not show on the main screen of Google Photos. But it doesn't mean that it is deleted from your Google Photos account. It's just moved aside, so you don't have to see it, but it is still there. And how you would archive a photo is, let's see, I'm going to go back and I'm going to show you. I'm going to click on the photo option near the top left-hand corner, and it's going to bring me back to the main screen. And I will select a photo that I want to archive. So let's say I don't like this photo of this pizza right here. So I'm going to click on it. And once I click on it, you should see these options on the top right-hand corner of your page. So once you click on the 3 dots, you should see more options right here. And one option is archive. So you will click on archive, or if you prefer, or if you do this a lot, you could use like a shortcut. And the shortcut is on the right-hand side of your screen right here. It says Shift A. And you click on it, and it's going to archive this photo. And I'm going to go back. So that photo is no longer a part of my main screen in Google Photos, but it's going to be in my archives. So I'm going to click archive right here, and it's going to bring me back to my archives. And this is the photo that I just archived. And that's how you would kind of organize your photos, move things from your main page so you don't have to see them again, but they will still be there. So in the future, you always still have access to those items. And the next option would be trash. This is kind of self-explanatory. So for items that you do not like and you want to delete, you move them to your trash folder. And your items would stay in your trash for 60 days. So if you change your mind, you always untrash your items, but if not, they will be removed from your account after 60 days. And for you to move your items to your trash, you would select the photo again. So I'm going to select this photo right here. And I'm going to click on the trash icon, which is near the top right-hand corner of the page. I'll click on that. And it's going to ask you, do you want to remove this from your account and sync devices? I'll say move to trash. And it's going to move it there. I'm going to go back. And I'm going to go to the trash option right here. And it's going to be right here. So it's right here if you want to restore it in the future, or if not, it will be deleted from your account. But if you want to delete it immediately, then you would go to the top right-hand corner. You locate the empty trash icon right here. It's going to indicate it by like icon with like a trash can and X in it. You'll hit empty trash. It's going to ask you, do you really want to empty your trash? You would say yes. And it's going to empty it. And all your items in your trash will be gone from your account. And you cannot get those items back. So the next option will be storage. So it's indicated by the left-hand side of your screen on the bottom. I'm going to click on it right here. There's kind of like a cloud icon next to it. So this is going to tell you kind of like how much storage you have left, and based on your preferences, how long it's going to take for you to kind of fill it. So for this account, it's kind of like a dummy account. So I have not uploaded a lot of photos, but it's saying that I have more than 4 years left of storage. And I've only used 32 megabytes of storage in Google Photos. I've used 69 megabytes in Google Drive or Gmail, and I have a lot of storage left. But if you have like a lot of photos, then you might want to get more storage. And one of the options is you would have to pay on like a monthly fee, and you'll click on this link right here to get more options. And Google Photos does have kind of options to help you if you want to clear off your photos. So it will kind of scan your photos in your Google Photos account. It's going to see like, oh, do you have large photos or videos? Do you have blurry photos? Do you have screenshots that you don't want to save anymore? You have unsupported videos. And it's going to be indicated under one of these options right here on your screen. And you would have the option of kind of deleting them from your account. And you would save space like that. And like I mentioned earlier, if you have uploaded photos before June 1st of 2021, and you chose the reduced quality option, those photos will still be in your account. You don't have to worry about deleting them because those will not count toward your 50 gigabytes. That's because these photos were uploaded before Google Photos made their change. But any photos or videos after that date, and you upload them, those will count towards your 15 gigabyte limit. And that's where you might have to clear off some things to save space. Okay, so that's kind of like the options on the left-hand side. I'm going to go back to the main screen right here. I'm going to show you more options right here. If you go to the top of your screen, you see like a search box. It's kind of indicated by this box right here with like a magnifying glass. So you can search through your photos. So I'm going to use my mouse and click on it. So let's say I want to search for pizza. I'm going to type in pizza, and I'm going to click enter. And it is going to find all the photos that it thinks that it has pizza in it. And that's how you kind of do like a basic search. Or if you already named your photos with the pizza in it, then it will kind of bring that up as well too. I'm going to go back, and that's how you can search through your photos in your Google Photos account. But let's say you don't use the backup option from your Android device or your iPhone, and you might want to just upload photos directly from your computer or laptop or desktop. Then you would go to the top right-hand corner of your screen on this page, and you would locate the upload option right here. It's going to indicate it by an icon of like an arrow pointing up, and you click on upload photos. And once you click on it, kind of like a screen should pop up, and you should see where do you want to upload the photos from. And you have two options. You could upload photos from your computer, or let's say you saved some photos in your Google Drive account and you want to upload it from there as well. So you select one of these options right here. But if you, let's say you want to automatically back up photos from your computer, you have the third option right here, which is automatically back up photos from your computer. I'm going to click on that, and I'll show you what that looks like. So what this is if you want to automatically back up photos in a certain folder on your computer, you will have to download Google Drive for desktop. And you click download right here. It's going to download, it's going to install, and you have to log into your account. And once you do that, you should follow the instructions. And it's going to ask you where are the photos that you want to automatically back up. And you would select that folder, and it is going to back it up to your Google Photos account. But for today, I cannot download and install it. So you have to click download here on your device, and you kind of follow the instructions if you like this option. But if not, you don't have to use this option. I'm going to click back. It's going to bring me back to here. I'm going to go back to upload. I'll click upload again. And I'm going to click upload from computer. I'll click computer, and it's going to ask me where are the photos that I want to upload. I'm going to select it from here, and we'll click open. And I selected one photo, and it has uploaded. And usually once it uploads, it will give you like a small indication on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. I only uploaded one item, but if you have like 10 items or 20 items, it will let you know right here on the bottom left-hand side of your screen. And I'm gonna click X, and it's gonna show here automatically on your screen. So it really depends on how the data was tagged. So if you use a camera and it tagged the photo like it was taken like 2020, 2001, then it will be uploaded to your account, but then it won't show near the top of your screen. It's going to show about a year. So it might be 20 or 2001. You have to go back down and you can find a photo like near the bottom. So it depends on when the photo was taken and how kind of like the data is attached to the photo. And that's how you upload photos to your account. So the next thing I'm going to go over is, let's say you already have your photos in Google Photos and you want to save them somewhere else that is not in your account. You might want to download the photos to, let's say, your flash drive, or you might want to download it to your computer and save it there. Then you will have to download them from Google Photos. And you could do that from selecting the photos on the screen right here. So I'm going to select a couple of photos. I'm going to click on the check mark or anywhere in the photo. And it's going to indicate it that I selected the photo. So I'm going to select 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And once I do that, I'm going to go to the top right-hand side of the screen. I'm going to click on the 3 dots. And once I do that, I have all these options right here. I could have download. I'll click on download. And it's going to download the photos that I have selected. So usually if you select more than one photo, it's going to download to your device. It's going to be in a zip file. So once it finishes downloading, you have your zip file on your computer. You can unzip the file and you can save it to wherever you want. So you could back it up to your flash drive and you could give it to someone else. And that's one option. So that's how you will kind of download your photos from Google Photos instead of uploading your photos to Google Photos. So next I'm going to go over what you can actually edit within like a photo in Google Photo. So I'm going to select the photo on the screen right here. I'm going to click on the photo right here. It is going to open the photo, and you have all these options on the top right-hand corner of your page. I kind of went over what the 3 dots are, like more options. You have download, you can rotate, you can kind of add to album, you can order, you can archive. So all of these are the options right here. But if you look on these options, so I went over how to favorite, and the next thing I'm going to go over is the info option. It's going to indicate it by like an eye and a circle near the top right-hand corner of a photo once you select it. And once you click on it, it's going to give you all these options about how or what's in or what's about the photo. So you could add a description to the photo. And if you have people in there, you should kind of detect like how many faces are in there. And it's going to give you details about the dates of the photo. So it says today, December 10. So the dates might not be as accurate because if you download a photo from the internet and you upload that photo to Google Photos, it might think that the photo was taken the day of the download. But if you use, let's say, if you use your smartphone or tablet to take a photo and you have the option of kind of including information in your photo, then it will have the date of the photo attached to that photo. Or if you're using like a physical camera, like physical digital camera, then it will kind of tag that photo too with a date. And it's going to let you know date. It's going to let you know the name of the photo. It's going to let you know how many megapixels is the photo and how big it is. And it's going to let you know how was it uploaded to your Google Photos account. So right now it says uploaded from web browser. It's because I just uploaded this photo right now. But if you backed up this photo from your phone or tablet, it will let you know uploaded from, like, let's say a smartphone or Samsung smartphone, or uploaded from an iPad. It will let you know here as well too. And if you want to add a location to the photo, you could do that on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Sometimes the location is already added because you have the option of automatically tagging your photos when you take them on your smartphone. It will let you know where the photo was taken. But since I uploaded this photo from the web, there's no location, and I could add the location myself. So I'll click on Add Location. It should be on the bottom right-hand corner of the page right now. So once I click on it, I'll select San Francisco, and I'm going to click on it. And it's going to add the location San Francisco to this photo. And it's going to give me like a brief map of what it looks like right here. And that's how you can see more information about your photo. So I'm going to click X. So earlier I went over how to share an album, but let's say you want to share this specific photo with someone. So while you're on this page right here, you would go to the top right-hand corner of the page, and you would locate the icon that kind of looks like a triangle that's connected by dots and circles. I'm pointing to it with my mouse right now, and I'm hovering over it, and it says share. So this is the share option right here. I'm going to click on that. So right now, it's going to give the options of sharing. So how would you want to share? You could share it with a group, or you could create a link and share it like that. So to create a link, you will go to the bottom of the screen right now. It should be on the left-hand side, in the middle. You'll click on Create Link. And once you click on Create Link, it'll bring you to this kind of screen right here. And it says, let anyone with link see photos and people in this album. And I'm going to click on Create Link. So now it created a link, and the link should be right here. And you can click on Copy on the right-hand side. Click Copy, and once you click Copy, the link is copied, and you could email this link to anyone you want to share it with, and they would have access to this photo. And that's how you would kind of share a photo. So the next option I'm going to go over is how to kind of make minor edits to your photo. So you go back to the top right-hand corner of your screen again. You locate the icon that kind of looks like horizontal lines, and there's kind of like more lines in the middle. This is the edit option. So I'm going to click on that, and it's going to give me options to kind of do minor edits to my photo. So what kind of edits? So you could kind of edit like the color scheme. So right now it is original. You could select auto. I'm going to select it right now. And it's kind of going to automatically fix the photo for the colors, or you can select any of these other options right here as well. So let's say I select the option of blush. So right here, blush, and you could kind of toggle between the options as well too. And you can see like the difference. And that's how you kind of change like minor colors to your photo. And next I'm going to go over like basic adjustments. So you go to the top right-hand corner of the screen, you'll click on this icon right here. You could adjust like the light. You just have to toggle between left and right until you like the options. And that's how you would select that option. And the next option would be kind of like cropping or kind of adjusting your photo. So you could crop your photo to make it smaller, or just to the section that you like. You would just go to any of the four corners, and you would locate the circle, and you use your mouse to hover over it. And once you hover over it, you should see kind of like two arrows pointing from kind of top left to bottom right. And that's where you could click on it, and you adjust the photo and crop it to where you would like. Let's say I want to crop it to this. And if I'm happy, I'll hit done on the top right-hand corner. But if I'm not, I could make more adjustments, or if I want to kind of rotate, I'll click on the rotate option near the top right-hand corner. It's indicated by like an arrow pointing to the left. I'll just rotate. And you can kind of experiment with this by yourself. And we'll click done. And that's how you kind of make minor adjustments. I'm click done again. But if you do not like the edits, you'll click on undo edits near top of your page right now. But if you like it, just hit done. And it's going to save. And now it's going to save. I'm going to go back. And here's the photo that I just made. And that's how you kind of edit your photos in Google Photos. Okay, so that's my class on how to kind of make minor edits, kind of upload, kind of download, and kind of navigate Google Photos.